Ang topic natin ngayon ay but versus yet. Kailan ba ginagamit yung but at kailan ba ginagamit yung yet? Ang but is an adversative coordinating conjunction. Ito yung fanboys, yung for and nor, but or yet so. Tapos ginagamit siya to show contrast between words, phrases, or clauses. Tapos, tandaan guys, ito, pag yung but natin, nagjo-join siya ng, ayan o, comma is used before but only when the connecting clauses are an independent clause. So, kunyari, meron kang isang sentence dito, di ba? Isang independent clause. Pag yon sinusundan ng panibagong independent clause, tapos sinisimulan siya sa coordinating, yung nagko-connect sa dalawang clauses na yon or independent clauses na yon ay but, kailangan may comma ka bago yung but. Kunyari, he is smart, but he finds it that difficult to talk with people. So, yung but doon, kinoconnect niya yung unang independent clause mo na he is smart, tapos yung pangalawang independent clause mo that he finds it difficult to talk with people. Doon natin siya ginagamitan ng but. Okay? Kailan natin hindi ginagamitan, doon natin siya nilalagyan ng comma, tapos but. Kailan yung time na hindi tayo gagamit ng comma tapos but? Kapag yung sumusunod sa independent clause mo ay dependent clause. Hindi siya independent clause or hindi siya simple sentence. Tandaan, ang independent clause ay structure natin sa simple sentence. Kunyari, he is kind. That is an independent clause by itself. Tandaan, ang simple sentence ay independent clause din. Yun yung structure natin sa simple sentence natin. Next point tayo. Comma after but is not necessary other than independent clauses. Again, comma after but is not necessary other than independent clauses. So, tulad nga ng nabanggit kanina, kunyari, sumusunod lang naman ay dependent clause, pwedeng hindi ka na mag-comma at hindi na siya kailangan pang lagyan ng comma. Pero, kapag ka may dalawa kang independent clauses or dalawa kang sentences joined by but, tandaan, ginagamit natin yung but pag nag-join tayo ng positive tsaka ng negative sentence. Doon tayo gumagamit ng comma tapos but. Sunod, so it is essential to have both subject and verbs in the connecting clauses. Okay, tulad nga ng nabanggit kanina, 'di ba kapag independent clause, meron siyang subject, meron din siyang verb, okay? Independent clause, ano ba yung independent clause? Pag sinabi nating independent clause, ito yung isang buong sentence. So tulad nga ng nabanggit ko kanina, like he is smart, halimbawa. Okay? So independent clause means a clause that can stand alone with complete meaning. Buo yung diwa. Simple sentence din siya. So huwag kayong malilito. Ang isang clause pwede maging sentence. Pero hindi lahat ng clauses pwede maging sentence. Ang isang sentence pwede maging clause, pero hindi lahat ng sentences pwede maging clause. Yun yung idea. Kasi 'di ba, ang clause dalawa yan, dependent and independent clause. Yung independent clause, sentence na rin siya, simple sentence. Pero yung sentence natin, apat yan according to structure. Meron tayong simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, tsaka compound complex sentence. Ngayon, yung simple sentence mo, ang structure nun, independent clause. Di ba yung inaaral natin yan sa high school? Ang structure ng simple sentence, one independent clause. Ang compound sentence, two or more independent clauses. Kapag complex, one independent clause and one dependent clause. Kapag compound complex, two independent clauses or more plus one, at least one dependent clause. Di ba yan yung structure natin sa types of sentences according to structure. So ang idea dito guys, kapag ka nag-join tayo ng dalawang independent clauses joined by the word but, dapat gumagamit tayo ng comma bago yung but. Okay? Independent clause, ito yung simple sentence natin. Kunyari, Carlo is my friend or Carlo is a friend. Independent clause means a clause that can stand alone with complete meaning. Bakit siya can stand alone tsaka with complete meaning? Kasi buo yung diwa na pag binasa mo, wala ka nang tatanungin, sino ba yung pinag-uusapan dito sa sentence? Or ano ba yung shinare about him or her? Or ano ba yung ginawa niya? 'Di ba ang subject natin, dalawa. It's either siyang pinag-uusapan or siya yung tagagawa ng kilos doon sa pangungusap. Pag may tanong kayo, mag-message kayo, i-go over natin yung rule sa difference ng but tsaka ng yet. Okay? Next tayo. Ang hidden meaning of but is despite that or in spite of that. Guys, tatandaan ninyo rin, just to share with you, pag gumagamit tayo ng despite, hindi tayo naglalagay ng of pagkatapos. Lumalabas din yan sa test. Hindi tayo nagsasabi ng despite of. Okay? Yung despite, equivalent na rin siya ng in spite of. So, pwede mong sabihin na despite that or in spite of that. Are we clear with that? Kasi ang in spite of, katumbas din siya ng despite. Hindi mo dapat lagyan ng of after despite. Parang yung cope, Hindi dapat daw siya nilalagyan ng up after cope. Dapat cope with the situation. Yung mga phrasal verbs natin, di ba? So yun, balik tayo dito. The hidden meaning of but is despite that or in spite of that. Ibig sabihin yan sa Pilipino ay sa ano, parang sa kabila ng or ngunit, di ba? Okay. Pero pag sinabi mo despite that or in spite of that, sa kabila ng eh. But despite that, or but in spite of that, okay. I mean, in spite of that, hindi mo pagsasamahin, magiging redundant. Okay. Replacement siya. However, it is milder than yet. I-discuss natin mamaya kung kailan ginagamit yung yet. Mas focus tayo ngayon sa but. Sometimes, dapat may S to. Sometimes. Sometimes you can use but rather instead but. Okay? For better understanding, yung but, ginagamit siya to show simple contrast. Pero yung yet, ginagamit siya to show greater degree of contrasts or contradictions. Ang function ng conjunction, kasi ano yan eh, meron siyang adverb, meron siyang but as an adverb, as a preposition, as a conjunction, similar with yet. Yung iba doon meron, yung iba wala. Pero as a conjunction for both but and yet, pwede siyang interchange, pwede siyang magpalit. Paano magpapalit? Mamaya pag nagpakita ng samples, mas maintindihan ninyo. So balik tayo dito. For better understanding, but ginagamit siya to show simple contrast. Tapos yung yet ginagamit to show greater degree of contrast. Next, we can use but to introduce a sentence. Pwede mo magsimula ng sentence with the word but. Ito yung sagot. We can use but to introduce a sentence with same meaning. Pero ako personally, and even yung prop ko sa writing before, from Ateneo din siya, sabi niya, hindi daw maganda nagsisimula ang sentence mo with a conjunction, with a coordinating conjunction. Halimbawa, because or but. Mas hindi siya maganda sa formal writing. For me, personally, and shared also as well by my professor. So I think if you would write, best is for you na to start writing a sentence with a conjunction na halimbawa, but hindi siya, for me, hindi siya maganda. Although pwede siya at possible siya. Next, here are some examples for better insight of topic. Ayan. Tingnan nyo itong mga samples na to. The cause of water scarcity, ang dahilan ng kakulangan ng tubig is not low rainfall, but poor water management. So, ito yung mga times kung kailan pwedeng gamitin yung but. Okay, hindi siya rainfall, hindi low rainfall yung dahilan, kundi poor water management. Next, iba pang sample or gamit ng but. Ito yung mga simpleng examples. Mamaya mas makikita ninyo yung mga samples na kung kailan ba dapat siya but, kailan siya yet. Okay? Next. Here. The cause of water scarcity is not low rainfall, but it is the poor water management. So, ginagamitan din ng but. Anong pinagkaiba nun? The cause of water scarcity is not low rainfall, but it is the poor water management. So, binago niya lang dito. Nilagyan niya ng it is. Pero anong pinagkaiba nun? Nilagyan niya ng comma dito, guys. Di ba dito wala? Tawag tayo bakit wala ah? O yan, si Allen. Kanina sinabi niya na intindihan daw niya. Or alam niya na. Allen, bakit walang comma dito sa unang bullet or unang point? Di ba may yung dito, yung pangalawang sample, may comma after rainfall. Ba't yung unang bullet walang comma?
Yung poor water management, hindi siya sentence.
Oh, very good. Hindi siya independent clause or hindi siya sentence. Yung tama. Very good, Allen. Pero yung pangalawa, Allen, pwede mo bang sabihin bakit siya nilagyan ng comma after rainfall?
Kasi kahit ipag-iwalay niyo siya, sir, pwede masusupport pa rin yung it is the poor water management.
Very good. Independent clause siya or simple sentence siya kasi pag binasa mo siya, buo yung diwa. Para malaman natin na buo yung diwa ng sentence, pag binasa mo siya, hindi ka mapapatanong na, ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Or parang hindi kompleto yung idea, hindi siya fragment. Di ba pag fragment, parang hindi buo yung diwa. The popularity of cricket is not ascribed to the beauty of game, but the huge income. So kung titingnan nyo to, walang comma. Okay? Pero yung the huge income kasi is a fragment, di ba? Hindi naman siya, yun yung sample ng fragment. Hindi siya buo. Pero kung titingnan mo yung sunod na sample, following yung explanation also na shinare ni Allen, dito may comma. Bakit? Kasi yung it is the matter of huge income, buong sentence na siya or buong independent clause siya. Yun yung idea doon, okay? Students love to visit forests, but do not dare to live in it. So kung titingnan niyo yung do not dare to live in it, ba't walang comma? Tingnan natin yung pangalawa. Wala kasi siyang subject, but they do not dare. Sa English kasi meron tayong tinatawag na reduced. Yung reduce, ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay kasi iniisip mo nandun siya. So, akala ko ito, reduced, but they do not. Pero dito, nilagyan talaga ng subject para lang siya malagyan ng comma. Kasi halimbawa, anong pangalan mo? Hindi mo naman sasabihin na ang pangalan ko ay Jeremiah. Sasabihin mo lang Jeremiah. Ang tawag doon, reduced forms or reduced responses. Sabihin, kailangan pa rin talaga na may subject para maging consideration sa paglalagay ng comma. So tandaan nyo na kapag ka naglalagay tayo ng comma at saka ng coordinating conjunction, dapat yung sumusunod ay independent clause or isang simple sentence. Okay? These are some examples with comma or without comma. Ito naman yung yet. Kailan ba ginagamit yung yet? It is also a coordinating correlated conjunction. Di ba ano yan sa fanboys? For and nor, but, or yet so. So kasama din siya dun sa fanboys natin. Pero ginagamit to highlight more contrast. Ibig sabihin, higher level of contrasting to or contradictions compared to but. It is the better replacement only when there is greater emphasis in terms of contrast. Here are some examples of yet as a conjunction. Titingnan ninyo. Tingnan natin Okay. Fossil fuels are proved dangerous for environment, yet it is being used heavily. So, tingnan natin sa sample na to. Ang idea, kapag ka-conjunction yung but and yet mo, ano siya, interchangeable, pwede siya magpalit. Pero, guys, tandaan ninyo yung yet, ang pinaka-pinagkaiba niya, higher level of contrasting siya. So, tingnan natin tong sample na to, unawain natin. Fossil fuels are proved dangerous for environment. Ano daw siya? Hindi proved masama para sa kalikasan. Yet, it is being used heavily. Or sa kabila nun, ginagamit pa rin siya ng sobra. Okay? But it is being, pwede rin gamitin yung but. Pero kasi ang feature dito, higher contrast siya nung una sa pangalawa. Yung una, di ba, nakakasira siya ng environment natin. Danger siya for the environment. But, ginagamit pa rin siya heavily. Pero since yung contrast natin, higher level, ginagamitan natin ng yet. Pero tandaan ninyo, at times, pwede maging interchangeable ang but and yet mo. Only if gusto mong i-emphasize yung higher level of contrast, dun ka gagamit ng yet. Ito ay para sa conjunction ng but and yet. Yung sunod dito, ito i-highlight ko. Population growth is the big concern in the developing countries. Yet, they are advocating baby boom policies. So, bakit nilagyan ng comma? Kasi yung susunod ay isang independent clause na sinisimula ng coordinating conjunction na yet. So, yon. So, population growth is a big concern in the developing countries. Yung pagtaas ng populasyon ay isang big concern or malaking concern para sa mga developing countries tulad ng Philippines, Vietnam, yung mga developing countries. Pag developing countries, yun yung parang Philippines and Vietnam. So yet, they are advocating baby boom policies. Yung pag ina-advocate nila yung paglobo ng populasyon or yung pag-aanak ng marami. Tama ba? Yun yung idea. So parang idea dito, yung una, malaking concern yung population growth. Siyempre, ano yan, mas malakas sa resources, mas mataas yung benefits na kailangang ibigay ng government to them, yun yung una. Pero yung pangalawa, parang sinasabi nun, sa kabila noon, ina-advocate yung pagkakaroon ng maraming anak. Di ba ang purpose niya sa kabila ng, yun, parang despite that or in spite of, okay? Clear tayo doon. Pero bakit yet ang ginagamit at hindi but? Kasi higher yung contrast. Gustong i-emphasize yung higher contrast. Pero pwede rin namang but. Halimbawa, but they are advocating baby boom policy. So, depende sa inyo. Kung para sa inyo, higher contrast ba yung observe ninyo? Or parang mere contrast lang at but lang ba yung gusto nyo gamitin? Next, ano tayo? Bullet. Free trade makes everyone better off. Okay? Yet, protectionist policies are adopted by US. Okay? So, bakit na naman yet, comma, tapos yet? Kasi independent clause yung protectionist policies are adopted by the United States of America. So, kaya siya may comma tapos yet. Bakit yet yung ginagamit? Higher form of contrast. Yun yung pinaka-dahilan doon. Pero kung titingnan nyo, pwede rin gamitin yung but. Halimbawa, free trade makes everyone better off, but protectionist policies are adopted by US. Pero ba't ginagamit yung yet? Kasi higher form of contrast yung gustong i-feature. Next. These are some examples of yet as a conjunction. All this information and techniques dapat these to Malito, dapat these. All this information and techniques are vital to understand the right use of adversative conjunctions such as but and yet. Okay, clear tayo doon. Next, main difference ng but tsaka yet. Yung kanina, present natin, conjunctions lang. Guys, yung yet, pwede siya mag-function as an adverb. Di ba ang adverb siya yung mga words na nagde-describe ng adjective, verb, and another adverb. Yun yung adverb. Ang yet pwede maging adverb. Pwede siyang mag-describe ng manner or action. And a conjunction, di ba ang conjunction pang join ng words, phrases, or clauses? O guys, tandaan nyo, yung yet, pwede siyang maging adverb, pwede siyang maging conjunction. Adverb, conjunction, pwede. Pero yung but natin, ito siya. Ito yung function ng but. Pwede siyang conjunction, pwede siyang preposition, pwede siyang adverb. Okay? So tandaan nyo lang, conjunction and adverb yung yet. Pero yung but, conjunction, adverb, and preposition pa. Ang preposition, ito yung mga tumutukoy sa lugar. Okay? Parang in, on, at, under. Pero tingnan natin kung anong preposition yung gamit dito mamaya. Clear tayo doon? Pero tatandaan nyo, yung but and yet, tulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, pag conjunction siya gamit, pwede siya magpalit. Pero pinaliwanag ko rin kanina na kahit pwede siya magpalit, ang yet, ang pagkakaiba niya sa but, ginagamit siya for a higher level of contrast. Ito yung difference between but and yet. But versus yet comparison. Tingnan nyo to. What does but mean? Grammar, meaning, usage. But can be used as a conjunction, preposition, and adverb. Yung binanggit natin kanina. Ito yung mga sample sentences for but as a conjunction. Kailan ba nagiging conjunction yung but? Ito yung sample niya. Tandaan ng conjunction, nagjo-join siya ng phrases, words, and clauses. Conjunction, adverb, tsaka preposition. O tandaan nyo na lang, cap. Okay? Tapos tayo. But is used to introduce a statement that adds something to a previous statement and usually contrasts with it in some way. Halimbawa, in other words, yung but, kinoconnect niya yung two statements that have opposite meanings. Halimbawa, yung first statement mo, positive statement. Yung next statement mo, negative statement. Or the other way around. Halimbawa, he is kind, but he is lazy. Halimbawa. So, kung makikita ninyo doon, yung first statement ay positive of the person being referred to as kind, while the other one, being lazy, is negative or treated as negative in that sentence. Why? Kasi the first statement is positive and it is joined by the coordinating conjunction but, and so therefore, the following sentence, yung ano ba yung sentence natin na he is lazy, magiging negative siya. So, ganun ginagamit yung but. Positive tsaka negative sentences tayo. Next. Kung mapapansin ninyo, but and yet lang dinidiscuss natin pero mahaba. Bakit? Bakit ganun? Kasi hinihimay natin para alam nyo kapag ka na-encounter nyo ito sunod, hindi lang siya mabilisang diniscuss. Talagang tutok nating diniscuss. Next tayo. Her mother told her to stay quiet, but she started shouting. So, ito yung tulad ng sample kanina, di ba? So, yung pangalawa, may independent clause, gino-join natin sa isang independent clause. Kaya comma, then but. Yung next, the dress is cheap but elegant. Bakit hindi nilagyan ng comma? Kasi yung elegant, word lang siya. Hindi naman siya independent clause eh. Kaya wala siyang comma. Next. And cheap tsaka elegant. Ano yung cheap? Parang ano yan eh, nagko-contrast din, di ba? Cheap tapos elegant. Kasi sometimes, elegant is alluded with being expensive. But in this case, it's cheap, di ba? So it's not expected, something that is not expected on our end. Next tayo. Many didn't agree with her, but she did not let that discourage her. So ginagamitan natin ng comma kasi yung susunod ay isang independent clause. Yung she did not let that discourage her. Pero ito ang matindi guys. Kailan ginagamit yung but as an adverb? Tandaan nyo kanina, di ba? Pag yung but and yet, in terms of conjunction, pwede siyang maging magpalit. But in terms of sa iba, sa adverb as a or as a preposition, hindi siya pwedeng magpalit. Okay, tingnan nyo to. The adverb but means no more than or only. Pag adverb, ibig sabihin no more than or only. Halimbawa, he is but a shadow of his strong brother. Pag sinabi mong he is but a shadow of his strong brother, siya ay shadow lamang ng kanyang brother at wala nang hihigit pa doon. When can we say that you're but a shadow? Parang he is but a shadow of his strong brother. What do we mean by that? Tawag tayo ng estudyante. Elijah, what do we mean kapag sinabi natin, he is but a shadow of his strong brother?
Yung kapatid niya po is sunsunuran lang sa nakakatanda or nakakaano
Oo.
niyang kapatid. Ganun po ba?
Oh, very good. Parang ano lang siya, nagpa-follow lang siya sa strong brother niya. Yun naman yung idea ng shadow. Pero bakit but yung ginagamit as an adverb? Ano yung dinedescribe ng but dito? He is but a shadow of his strong brother. Hmm. Only when it comes to the way of how the little brother behaves. Let's just think like that, okay? Next, he is but a child. Okay, but a child. So, ano dito, sinasabi natin na child lang siya and no more than that. Okay? Next, you have but 2 days to get ready. So, pag sabi natin, but 2 days to get ready, sinasabi natin na you only have how many days? You only have 2 days. O, napansin nyo, sa case na to, hindi natin pwede gamitin yung yet, but ang ginagamit natin dito. So, but as a conjunction, pwedeng gamitin yung yet as a replacement. But in terms of but as an adverb, hindi natin ginagamit yung yet sa case na to. Clear tayo dito. Ito yung nagiging difference ng but and yet. Sa case ng adverb of the word but, di pwedeng i-replace ang yet. Pag may tanong, mag-message siya. Eto, but as a preposition. Di ba yung mga preposition na alam natin, ito yung mga in, on, at, under, above, beside, behind, below, underneath, on top, mga ganun, di ba? So, punta tayo dito. As a preposition, but means or is equivalent to except or apart from. Halimbawa, you have no choice but to leave. Yung sa case na to, hindi natin pwede gamitin yung yet sa but as a preposition. Pero yung but as a conjunction, pwede gamitin yung yet. Pero magkaiba pa rin yun in terms of level of contrast. Inuulit-ulit ko para magets niyo. Next tayo. He had no one but his mother. Pag sinabi natin dyan, bukod sa kanyang mother, wala na siyang iba pang makakasama sa buhay or kasama sa buhay. Yun yung but as a preposition or acting as a preposition. Next, I didn't tell anyone but my wife. So dito, hindi niya sinabi sa iba apart from wife nung speaker. Okay tayo doon? Gets nyo guys? So nakita nyo yung function ng but as a preposition, but as an adverb, tsaka but as a conjunction. Tandaan nyo, but cap. Conjunction, adverb, preposition. Sa conjunction, pwede magpalit yung but and yet, pero sa adverb tsaka sa preposition form ng but, hindi. Okay tayo doon? Halimbawa dito, bawal mo namang sabihin I didn't tell anyone yet my wife. Di ba hindi niya naman na carry yung meaning? What does yet mean? I-discuss natin yung grammar, meaning, and usage niya. Next. Yet can be used as an adverb as well as a conjunction. O guys, tingnan nyo, yung but, pwede siyang maging conjunction, adverb, tsaka preposition. Pero yung yet, ginagamit lang siya as a conjunction, tsaka adverb, not as a preposition. So, itandaan natin yun Okay. Next. Yet can be used as an adverb as well as a conjunction. Pag conjunction siya, yun yung mga nakita nating sample kanina. Kinoconnect niya yung dalawang contrasting ideas. Tapos, pwede siyang ipagpalit. Pero tulad nga ng nabanggit ko kanina, ang pinaka-pinagkaiba ng but and yet as a conjunction, higher yung level ng contrast ng yet compared with but. Her mother told her to stay quiet. Yet, she started shouting. So kung titingnan ninyo dito, ginagamit siya as a conjunction. Tandaan nyo dalawa, di ba? Ang yet ginagamit as a conjunction and as an adverb. Okay? So dito, gamit siya as a conjunction. Anong kinoconnect dito? Her mother told her to stay quiet. That's the first independent clause. Second independent clause, she started shouting. So kaya ginagamit tayo ng comma, then yet, kasi we're joining an independent clause preceded or introduced by the conjunction yet. 'Di ba? Okay. Dito na tayo, 'di ba? The dress is cheap yet elegant. Bakit walang comma? Kasi yung elegant word lang naman 'yon. Next. Many didn't agree with her, yet she didn't let that discourage her. Bakit may comma? Kasi yung she didn't let that discourage her is an independent clause. We're joining two independent clauses. The first one is many didn't agree with her. The following one is she didn't let that discourage her. And so therefore, gumagamit tayo ng conjunction na yet. Okay tayo? Next, ito na yung matindi. Kailan ba ginagamit yung yet as an adverb? Di ba ang dami? Pag but, conjunction, um, adverb, preposition. Pag yet, conjunction tsaka adverb, walang preposition. Tapos, magkatulad lang yung pwedeng magpalit yung conjunction ng but tsaka ng yet. Pero sa adverb tsaka sa preposition, hindi. As an adverb for the word yet, Yung ibig sabihin ng yet means up until the present. Ibig sabihin nagpapatuloy. It is equivalent to so far or still. So far or still, parang yun yung katumbas ng yet mo as an adverb. Ano ba yung adverb natin sa Filipino?
Opo, pangabay po.
Okay, yung mga pamanahon, yung mga ganun. Titingnan ninyo dito, guys. Tingnan natin yung sample, Yet means up until the present or a specified or implied time. Halimbawa, I haven't watched it yet. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa siya napapanood. He is yet to be convinced of her innocence. Ibig sabihin, so far or still, kailangan niya ma-convince na siya ay inosente. Baka pinaniwalaan niya ng guilty siya. Okay tayo doon? Next. If you look at the meaning of the above examples carefully, you'll note that yet in these examples cannot be replaced by but. Tingnan natin dito, guys, kung pwede bang palitan ng but. He is but to be convinced. Pwede ba yun? Di ba? He is but to be convinced, magiging only, magbabago yung meaning. The easiest way to remember, ayan, the difference between but and yet. Paano ba matatandaan? Is to remember that but and yet can only be used interchangeably when they are conjunctions. Ito, guys, ang pinakatatandaan ninyo. Pwede lang siyang magpalit or pwede siyang magpalit ng gamit or pwede siyang maging interchangeable kapag functioning as a conjunction. Pero tandaan nyo, may pagkakaiba pa rin yung dalawa. Kailan yung time na yon? Pag hindi ka definite dun sa higher contrast na idea ng yet. Okay? Next. Difference between but and yet. Ayan. But is a preposition, adverb, and conjunction. Tandaan nyo na lang, cap. Conjunction, adverb, preposition. Pero yung yet, conjunction and adverb lang. As an adverb, yung but means only or more than. Yet, as an adverb means so far or so still. Or still, wala pa lang so. So, kita nyo, magkaiba yung meaning. Kaya pag pinagpalit nyo siya dun sa adverb, kung nyari, functioning as an adverb siya dun sa sentence, pinagpalit nyo, mag-iba yung meaning. As a preposition. Pag as a preposition, guys, hindi rin siya pwedeng magpalit. Kasi, wala namang hindi ginagamit yung yet as a preposition, yung but lang. Okay ba tayo dun sa but and yet? Naintindihan niyo yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. Ang haba nun, di ba? Pero pag ngayon, pinagpaliwanag sa inyo anong pinagkaiba ng but and yet, malinaw na.
Thank you for watching our videos.
Thank you for watching my videos and don't forget to subscribe the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Thank you.